Start Again.
Oh my goodness.
It's out today. Now, hang on a second. It's your 65th album, Donny. You're 63 years of age. This me, I'm not great at maths.
That's not very old, you know.
He's not, no, it's
Well,
not. But it is.
I started recording in the womb, just so you
This
know.
is it. How did you do this? This is incredible. Some years, 2 albums.
Well, another interesting thing about the fact that I have 65 albums on the stage behind me, there's a segment in the show where I put all 65 albums on the huge screens behind me. And anyone here in the audience can pick any album, any song on any album, and we do it. It's about a 10-minute honk. We do maybe 30 seconds of the song, but it's so fun because that moment of the show changes every night. It's all improv.
Wow.
But the band hates me because they have to learn all these songs.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Like human jukebox.
Yeah, exactly.
The band, your band have got to learn all those songs.
650 songs, roughly.
Isn't it?
Right?
Yeah, roughly.
Let's take a little listen to your latest single. It's called Who. Here it is. Here's Donny in action. He's got the moves. Winner
Donny.
of Dancing with the Stars, of course. That is.
Well, the interesting thing about that video, if you really study it from beginning to end, and this is what I told my director, Shane Drake, I said, I want to have a video where it's slow motion to fast motion to real motion with no edits. And he said, excuse me? And I told him how I wanted to do this technically, and he said, this is going to be amazing. So when you get a chance, study it from beginning to end and watch. It really is a technical feat to be able to do what we did.
Okay.
Amazing. Now, as we said, that's taken from your brand new album, Start Again. The title is very significant for you.
It is. It's actually a lesson that I've learned throughout my life, but it's also very appropriate, I think, for right now, because with this pandemic, we're all starting again. But the concept of that particular lyric is the fact that, we all make mistakes in life. We're just human. Back in the 90s when I was doing Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, I went through very severe anxiety. And I worried about coming out in public and talking about mental health. And I'm glad I did. It was very cathartic for me, and it's helped a lot of people too. Because what happens is that we all try to be perfect. And when we make mistakes in life, we beat ourselves up. I have a type A personality. And I've slowly realized it's okay to make a mistake. Just start again. We're all starting again right now with this pandemic, learning new ways of doing things. So I thought this is the perfect title track for this album. And guys, I just found out, I just checked a few minutes ago, and released today, and it's already #2 on the pop charts.
Oh,
So I am stoked.
Donny.
Congratulations, that's brilliant. You've also spoken about the early years and how, when you went solo, how lonely you felt after leaving your brothers, obviously. I mean, it must have been very tough on you.
Well, you know the feeling, because you went on your own, and it's difficult when you have a group and you have success, but in this business, actually in any business, but particularly in show business, you're constantly reinventing yourself to stay relevant. And I've been reinventing myself, since I began when I was 5 years old. You've got to constantly do new things because I think it was Sammy Davis Jr. that told me this. He said, you're only as good as your last performance. So when people come and fill this theater every night, that you have to give them the best show you possibly can, because for some people it's the first time. For others, they've seen you before, but it's like, all right, prove it again. But that's what I love about show business, is that you're constantly on edge. You constantly have to push yourself. And I am so proud of this show because it's all inclusive. It's everything I've done in 6 decades of show business.
And I've heard there's a 10-minute rap in it as well, which I wish Donny could do now. But audiences here will be so thrilled as well, Donny, because you are coming to the UK in December for Panto. I guess you're Prince Charming?
Well, I'm going to be the wizard. And if they want me to be charming, I will be charming. But Michael Harrison, who created this whole thing, he and I were speaking on the phone. He said, Donny, I'd love for you to do this. And I said, I only have a short window in December. He said, those are my dates. So it's from December 4th to January 9th. And I said, that's the exact time I have off from Las Vegas.
Wow.
And then I got to get back here to
Wow.
do the show. And he said, you do it. And I said, let's do it. You will be the wizard. And then I said, okay, I will be the Wizard of Osmond.
Yes.
You never stop, Bob.
And here's the thing. The UK is such an important place for me because it's one of the biggest parts of my career was over in the UK. And a lot of Americans don't get the British humor. I love it because panto is cheeky, you know, and the audience gets involved with the boos and the yays and the hisses and all that stuff. So I can hardly wait to do this part at the Palladium and be the wizard,
Oh,
do
we
the
all can't
MC
wait.
of this entire show.
I know.
Brilliant.
It's going to be so much fun.
Jennifer,
Yeah.
ever tempted to do panto?
Oh, tempted, but I'm too fond of Christmas. It's
Yes,
to do
family.
a show at Christmas
Yeah.
and family and stuff. I would be tempted, but if they could do a summer panto,
Maybe.
that would be perfect.
You go. The call will be made.
Indeed. All right, Donny's album Start Again is out now, and you can see him in panto at the London Palladium from the 4th of December.
Brilliant. Now, Donny and Jennifer, you're both very creative types. We have the perfect hobby for you both to get into.
Oh.
This weekend, the BBC will be broadcasting a special event called Life Drawing Live.
Yeah, after the success of
Oh.
last year's programmes, this special will be broadcasting live across BBC Two and BBC Four on Sunday evening. We'll be talking to one of the hosts, Josie Darby, in just a moment. But first, here is our very own artist, Adebanji Alade, in action for the show.
How long have you been